Okay, now this is the last topic, that is about confidence interval estimate for population mean. But before that, we observe only one mean, and we take different condition. When sigma was known, when sigma was unknown, sample size was large, and when sigma was unknown and sample size is small. Now here, uh, for this one, actually, I have now the differences between means. So this is the confidence interval estimate for population mean for the differences between mean when both sigma 1 square and sigma 2 square are known. So in this regard, the formula will be x1 bar minus x2 bar plus minus z alpha by 2 under root sigma 1 square divided by n1 plus sigma 2 square by n2. It means that both variances are known. When both variances are unknown, only difference is that here we have the difference between means. We will convert it into sigmas into S1 and S2 if and only if both n's are greater than 30 and 1 and n2 are greater than. That was the same condition for one mean. And this information is provided by CLT. Now the third one was that when both sigmas are unknown and sample sizes are small. So in that regard, this formula will be now x1 bar minus x2 bar plus minus t alpha by 2 nu sp under root 1 over n1 plus 1 over n2. Okay, this was the formula. What is sp? Sp is the pooled estimator. So its formula is under root n1 minus 1 s1 square plus n2 minus 1 s2 square divided by n1 plus n2 minus 2. Where both n1 will be, the degrees of freedom will be n1 plus n2 minus 2. Okay, so and the last one is the dependent sample t-test, where paired sample we have. So the formula will be d bar plus minus t alpha by 2 st under root n. Now, how we'll solve the question? The important thing I told you is that just to understand the question. Now, this is the question. You do a survey of 40 small town coffee shop and 49 big. Now, here we have two different scenarios, two different cities, small cities and big cities. Small cities we represent with N1 and big cities with N2. So the first and 40 is N1 and 49 is N2. Find the mean price of large cup of coffee, which is 3.75 in the big cities and 4.50. Now these are the mean, but since these means are calculated after selecting samples, so there is x1 bar which is 3.75 and x2 bar is 4.50. You know the population standard deviation. Now see here, population standard deviation is known, which is 1.20 for small town, and so this means sigma 1 square is, sorry, sigma 1 is 1.2, and for big city population standard deviation is 0.98, that is sigma 2. So this here we have sigma 1 and sigma 2 both are given. Construct 99% confidence interval. Now in this regard, once we have the data, so now see, when sigma 1 and sigma 2 square both are known, we use this fourth formula. Okay, this one. So here the rest of procedure is same confidence level, 1 minus alpha. 1 minus alpha is 99%, 1 minus alpha 0.99, alpha is equal to 1 minus 0.99, 0.01, alpha by 2 is 0.02, 0.01 divided by 2, so alpha by 2 is 0.005. To find z alpha by 2, you have to subtract it from 0.5 minus 0.005, the value is 0.495. In the table, the value is under 2.58. Now here is the formula, this one. In the formula, we just put the given values. We will put squares because standard deviations are given. And once you calculate, so the whole calculation will be as such. Okay, so this is how you can find. Now the second question is this one about the fifth condition. Now in this group, we have 42 sedentary men and are placed on diet. 6 months, these men had lost an average of 7.2 kg of blood weight with a standard deviation of 3.7. Now see, this is 42 is N1, 7.2 is X1 bar, and with a standard deviation. Now this is sample standard deviation, but this will be capital S because Cn1 is 42, which is greater than 30. Calculate 95% confidence interval estimate for the population mean weight loss in a separate study 47. Now this is N2. Sedentary men were put on exercise routine. After 6 months, these men had lost an average of 4.0 kg. It means this is x2 bar and sample standard deviation. Again, we have capital S2 because C and 2 is 47, which is greater than 30. Calculate 97%. So we have to find the difference between, see here it is given weight loss, mu diet minus mu exercise. Okay. So now the data is as such. The only thing is different is that since we have both population standard deviation are unknown, sample standard deviations are given, and both sample sizes are large. So the rest of the question will be exactly the same, only we will replace sigmas by S. Okay, now this one. The rest is just calculation. So this is the second condition. Now sometimes these questions may be like this, like there will be no data. They'll just give you the raw data. So you have to check because see in this next question, question number 4, the body mass index is 1545. People have been found an average. Now this is N1, average X1 bar 28.8. The same index for another population, this is N2 1781, calculated this is X2 bar 27.6. The body mass index has a variance of 9 in both population. Now here in this question, both sigma 1 square and sigma 2 square both are given, which is 9 and 9. So again you have to check. This is the question that, see, the data is already extracted. You have to solve these questions. Okay, so just solve this and send it to me. I'll mark your attendance for this week. Now this is the question I was talking about, like check here, this one, this question number 6, that X and Y. Here you can see that X and Y equal hardness of hot and cold water respectively in a campus building. Hardness is measured in terms of calcium ion concentration. And the following data were collected. Okay, so now in this question nothing is given, only raw data is given. So this here you can see N is 12 and 1 is 12 and 2 is 10. So population standard deviation is not given. Okay, so you can use this independent sample t-test, the 6th formula, where we have SP. Okay, this one. I'll show you this question, so it will be a lot more easier. Now look, assume that we have run a small experiment on a body mass index for 2 population. We have to collect a sample of 4 from some population X1 with small s1 now is 2, and a sample of 6 from other. Let me solve the question for you. Okay, this one. This is the exact question where we have solved this. 20 male students were randomly sampled and determined the mean number of hours per week males spend watching television. The mean of this sample was 15.3 hours and the standard deviation is 4.2. A similar survey of 25 females produced a mean of 11.2 hours and standard deviation of 3. Now see, males are represented with 1, so N1 is 20, X1 bar is 15.3, and capital, this will be small s because C, N1 and N2 both are less than 30, 4.2. Similarly, N2 is 25, X2 bar is 11.2 and a small s1 because C, N2 is also less than 30. So 3. So this is the data set. We have got 90% confidence interval. So confidence level is 1 minus alpha, which is 90%. So Z, here we don't need Z alpha because T will be used. Nu here in this case will be N1 plus N2 minus 2 and its value is 43. Now the value for T alpha by 2 nu is 1.16. Now another thing in this formula here you can see SP. So first we have to find this one. So SP formula is N1 minus 1 S1 square plus N2 minus 2 minus 1 S2 square divided by N1 plus N2 minus 2 square root. Now after this we have put in this SP square, the value, and we get the answer for SP is 3.58. Now finally you can put this SP value in the given formula to get the required answer. You can do all these steps with the scientific calculator in one step. You just put the data how it is written in the question. Directly put it, and with equal it will give you the exact confidence interval estimate. Now see, here are the questions which is incomplete, so you have to complete that. Okay. The question I was talking about was this, that where you are given data, raw data like this one. So here you have to find x1 bar and s1 square, s1 and x2 bar and s2 using that calculator function. I'll be uploading that part, okay, also in the video, okay, in a separate video, so you can just conclude that. Furthermore, we have this situation, this one. See, these are incomplete questions, so you just complete it and send it to me. I'll check accordingly and then mark your attendance. Okay, before doing it. Now, this is the last one. This is what we called the paired sample t-test. Paired sample t-test means paired sample t-test means that here you have a situation, the objects remain same, but the values are, you can say that, uh, I'll do it in next video, because see, the timing is about now 11 minutes for this video.